Surrounded by scenic saguaros and cotton ball clouds, the Superstition Mountains are the perfect backdrop for a postcard and the ideal setting for a mystery that remains unsolved. Meet Ron Eagle DeAndre. He has spent the last 35 years investigating the lost treasures of the Superstition Mountains, and this fall, Ron and his team are planning an expedition to uncover 8 possible sites, leading to gold. Lots of gold. The riches belong to the Peralta family.
When they were starting to leave this area in 1846, after the fall of Santa Fe, they departed Santa Fe with a minimum of 60 million troy ounces of gold, plus the King Ferdinand's diary.
No, we're not talking about Walt Disney's movie National Treasure. But Ron would say a real national treasure is buried in our own backyard.
One of the greatest mysteries on this planet to date, which is what happened to the gold, silver, and artifacts from the Aztecs to the Peraltas to the King of Spain's royal quintas, right up to present time.
But every lost treasure needs a map. Ron says he can decipher these stone tablets discovered back in 1952.
These are the reproduction of the stone maps that were found in the northeast end of the valley, which was called the Black Ridge area near Florence Junction. They were found 1950s, 52. They were found by a gentleman by the name of R.G. Tumlinson. After several years of extensive academic and field research, encompassed over 30 years, the stone maps have now revealed the validity of their claim. These maps were done in dualities, double-sided. There were 3 of them. Some of the maps were done as trail maps. The heart map, for example, where it has an insert. When you turn it over, it has 6 blowholes on it that detected the amount of $6 million. The priest rock and the horse rock were dual-sided. The horse rock goes on the back of the priest rock. They told exactly the distances, where the gold and stuff came from. Who, until 1964, prior to his death, he extensively searched the area where he thought that these areas were at. Before he died, and the maps were given to the Hurd Foundation in Phoenix, the Mining and Mineral Museum, he was convinced that these signs and symbols, the horse, the priest, the crosses, the trail map, the one with the different signs and symbols, that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, these were all indicative of treasure being buried that was the Royal King's Quinta. Our main interest was to discover if these maps were in fact the truth. Where did they lead to? Well, the spectra on the maps all indicated that the northwestern end of the Superstitions was a major cache area for the Royal Quinta, which is the King's 1/5, also the stash for the Peraltas, and also it was the depository for the Jesuits.
But there have been many others who have gone before him. Some believe it's cursed. As one legend would have it, Jacob Waltz, who you may know as the Lost Dutchman, came the closest to the riches. According to the story, he was given the location of the gold by a member of the Peralta family after saving their life. But he never struck it rich. Jacob died after contracting pneumonia and never lived to set the story straight. Or did he?
Hey there, partners. Welcome to Goldfield Ghost Town. I'm Jacob Waltz, the Lost Dutchman, but you can just call me Old Jake. Come on over here now and I'll tell you how to find my gold mine. Put in your dollar now. I get paid to share my secrets.
And no matter the story you believe, all of the legends take us to Goldfield, a destination rich in history and gold. Back in the late 1890s, it was a booming gold mining town that died off just 5 years down the road. Known as Arizona's most authentic ghost town, it still attracts thousands of visitors every year.
This is the reconstructed town of Goldfield, Arizona. The town was originally created on October the 3rd of 1893, after the mines that were found by rakes and mowers, 2 Mormon settlers, in 1892. The town was created because of the mammoth mine that was here and the activity that was going on. It was then rebuilt by Mr. Robert Shoes, J. Zingler, and a staff of carpenters, and was recreated in 1983. The town was recommended to be the living ghost town of Arizona. There was no fees to enter the town. They have a town museum and information delivery. We have a livery. We have the Mammoth Saloon. They have some of the best steaks in the community. The Goldfield mining community was created in 1893 on October the 3rd to house the miners that were coming in from all over the country to mine the wealth that was found here at the Superstition Mountain Valley, which is east of us, where the massacre grounds and the mining activities were mostly present. We're looking and searching for the lost caches that were stashed there in the specter of the Superstition Mountains to our east, which is the scene of our story.
This story is to be continued, but Destination Arizona will be there this fall as Ron and his team follows the trails to treasures.
This has been a 35-year search for the truth of the legends that surround the Jesuits, the Aztecs, and the Peraltas. This is a story of a group of men who are former combat veterans, mostly disabled, who formed a group called the Adler Rep Associates. From 1976 to present date, they have been attempting to resolve the issues of the treasure sites, which have all been thusly recorded and taped. And that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.